So I've done a lot of Googling on this, and for the life of me, I cannot get it to work. Yeah, my Steam Deck's been modified. This is how you get a Steam Deck to work with a controller. This will work on vanilla Steam Decks. I just have the graphic improvements because I use it for playing games. I don't really care about all the extra. And here's how I'm going to show you how to do it. So you go to Settings, and then you go from System down to System Update Channel, and you put it into beta. Then you take your flight stick, which this one is a Thrustmaster Flight 1. You unplug it from the back of the console, and then when you plug it back in, it'll show up here under Controllers. It shows up here under Controllers. You can see that since I have it in beta, it actually shows up as T-Flight H.O.T.A.S 1. You go to Details, and then Test Device Inputs. Now, you need a mouse for this part. I use an external Logitech or Razer mouse. Right here is a button that only shows up if you're in beta. This is Setup Device Inputs, and this is how you map everything. It'll take you through the whole process. You just follow the prompts. Now, what it's doing is emulating the inputs. So that I don't have to fix this, I'm going to click Cancel. Now, if I set my flight stick right here, you'll be able to see exactly how I have it mapped. So I've got this running the left stick, and then I've got, you can see the right trigger. I've got my throttle mapped to that trigger input. I've got the front button as A, this is X, this is Y. I got B mapped to B right here on the throttle. And then I've got this mapped to the D-pad. And then I've got twist left and right on the stick as the shoulder buttons. Now, I use this, let me go all the way back, for playing No Man's Sky. I separated it so you can see it a little bit better. But as you can see, I can use the joystick to move everything around. Go up here to my save. And yeah, this mapping only works on the one game. You can technically make other maps using the Steam Input controller editor. It's a little bit harder, and I usually have multiple controllers plugged in so I can bounce between them for different things. And since I only want this to run the ship in this game, it's not that big a deal. Let's see where we're at. So we're going to walk this way, and we're going to go get in this ship, and then I'll show you how the flight system works. So even if I wanted to, I can lay this controller down now and start using the joystick. So I push my throttle forward. And see, now if I twist the stick, I get roll, back, forward, turn left, turn right. I can squeeze this trigger for lasers. This will say landing sequence unavailable because that's where it's at right now. I can press this middle button to cycle between weapons. And then I've got my D-pad for navigation. And then I've got B over here because that's boost and part of the throttle system. So if I roll the stick forward, you can see my speed increase. And then I can hold B here for boost. Now, this controller specifically, if you press this button, you can see that light's on. Now the back of the stick, this rocker switch, acts as roll. But you can't yaw left and use the rocker switch right to engage your pulse engine or your hyperdrive. Which one is it? Pulse engine. You still have to hold the buttons themselves. Let me fly out of here a little bit. I'm getting stuck. No, go away. Now if you use the controller and push both shoulder buttons, you can still engage it. It's not a perfect solution, but it lets you use your equipment the way that it's supposed to work. It's the best it's gonna get.